came across a problem the other day when we purchased a Mac Mini with Yosemite and installed FileMaker 13 on it, and didn't have any problems installing it. But when we got going, none of our databases would open. We wouldn't even get an error. We click on activity. Instead of getting this error, we just got a list of all the databases that were closed, and you couldn't click on them and open them. So that was kind of confusing. Even the FileMaker sample file wasn't opening at this point in time. And all we could find was a little error code, and it took a while to find this because it's only right here, and here it is. Another copy of FileMaker Server is already running with this license, and the IP address listed in here is the IP address of this machine that we're running it on. So it was kind of confusing as to why this would be here. So after quite a bit of research, not being able to find, I was searching for another copy of FileMaker Server. Of course, there were, by the way, people saying you have to upload the files properly, you have to make sure that they have permissions, but all of that had already been done correctly. This was just something new. And so after a while we found this. I found this in the, it's actually this one right here, in the FileMaker forums. And, okay, sorry, this is what we were looking for here. This is on the first page here, I found at the bottom of this thread the fact that there was right here, we have replicated this issue, that we get that error code we're having, and the problem is they just turned it over, but they found a temporary solution, which is change the license key just by re-entering the license key. Go to general settings, change license key, and re-enter your credentials, and it would work until the next time you restarted or you turned off the server services in there. So we did that, and then I started looking around for an answer, and I still couldn't find an answer. I was searching, I guess, like I said, for everything. What I should have done was go to the end of this article, because at the very end, at the bottom of this thing, there was a knowledge base article, number 14127, which I opened and found out that the solution turned out to be that the name of the computer name in FileMaker Server, this is under General Settings, server information here, had to be the same as the name in the sharing of the system preferences on the computer, and they were not. They were off by one digit for some reason, and that was causing our problem. So I did log into our system. I'll pause for a second. There we go. Actually, I have to turn the database back on. You can see it's going to be running here in just a second, and when I go to activity, all of them are closed and I can't open them. I can click on open, nothing happens. So that's the error. And now to fix that, go to general settings here and change that name, come down to the bottom and save it, and then under system preferences, the name here, we're in the sharing tab right here, this name has to match, and it didn't match on ours. So we can turn this off. We can go back now here to status, and we can turn the database off. This takes a few seconds for it to cycle. Then we can turn it back on. And everything is normal. Everything comes back normal. We can close them and open them, do whatever we need. And that's the solution to the problem, is to make sure your names match. Thanks.